Hi there, I'm Drew Badger, the world's #1 English fluency guide, and it is a pleasure to welcome you to another advanced listening practice lesson. You may have seen, if you've been a fan or following this channel for a while, I play around with different backgrounds. This is actually a whiteboard behind me. I can't believe it. I am on YouTube teaching English with a whiteboard behind me. I can't believe it. Anyway, a whiteboard, it brings out the beautiful color of my skin as opposed to the other background, so I figured I would try this and see how it works. Anyway, if you do like this background, it is a great expression that I just used to bring out the color of something or to expose something. So if you want to say a nice compliment to someone like, wow, that dress brings out the color of your eyes or the color of your hair or something like that. So to bring something out, it just means to make that the focus or something like that. So if I have a background behind me that's almost the same color of my skin, I feel like a chameleon and I'm kind of blending in. So hopefully this makes things a little bit more clear. Anyway, we will get on with the lesson today, and I will try to speak even faster than I normally do because some people are always wanting more of a challenge. And again, these lessons do have subtitles, which we release usually after the lessons are produced and made here on YouTube. So we release them back on YouTube, and you can find the link for the subtitles in the description below this video on YouTube if you aren't watching on EnglishAnyone.com already. So I apologize for the delay. I really produce things really quickly for making videos, and then the subtitles and transcripts take a little bit longer. So anyway, if you want to watch those, they aren't necessary if you really like to challenge yourself, but if you do want to understand everything I'm saying, those will be helpful for you, and you can find them at EnglishAnyone.com. Anyway, let's get into the lesson. Today I wanted to talk about watching the rich and actually following kind of what the rich do if you want to get rich and using those same principles for wanting to get fluent. Now, this is something that is very near and dear to my heart. It's just a very important thing about the idea of how important it is to follow the people that are actually doing what you want to do if you want to achieve a particular thing. So a lot of people, and this is one of the things that really changed my life about business, is that because everybody's very free with their ideas and their advice about especially money, or fitness or, women, especially. I know plenty of guys that don't have a girlfriend that are trying to talk to each other and explain to their friends about how to get a girlfriend, whatever. It doesn't make any sense. But people listen because, well, it's your friend and you maybe want to I guess get some kind of advice from them and make them not feel bad because you don't want to hear what they're saying about things. But in your heart, you really understand that not everybody knows what they're talking about concerning, making wealth or getting a girlfriend or becoming good at business, whatever those things happen to be. So I noticed a switch in my own life when I stopped following anybody else in any kind of category. It could have been fitness or, women or anything else that I was interested in learning more about. I stopped listening to anybody that wasn't already doing what I wanted to do and wasn't already succeeding at that thing. And so I wanted to talk about the kind of parallel between what the rich do and what people who are, in finance or whatever, or maybe they're financial planners. And not that financial planners are like a bad group of people, but again, the advice that you would get from a rich person is different from what you would get typically from a financial planner. So you want to be very specific about what the information it is you're getting from people, because again, if you want to actually become like someone, it's much easier to learn from their previous mistakes so you don't have to make the same mistakes yourself. So in the kind of realm of making money or the world of making money, you have to follow rich people and see what they do. And again, it's kind of specific there. You have to watch what they did in order to get wealthy, not what they do now. So what a lot of people do, they try to emulate, and the word to emulate, E-M-U-L-A-T-E, to emulate something means to copy it or to mirror that thing. So people try to emulate the rich by getting like nice watches and nice clothes and nice cars, but really they don't actually have much money. Now you can do that, but if you want to actually be wealthy, the thing that most rich people do, especially people that didn't inherit the wealth, to inherit something means you receive it from your parents, something or like a grandparent. So if you inherit wealth, that's different from actually developing a business and learning how to create wealth yourself, and that's kind of a whole different story. But the people that become wealthy by themselves, that are kind of first generation rich, they don't do things like buying expensive cars and clothes before they actually have money. So they use the kind of typical things that people do. You're actually saving money, spending it wisely, investing it wisely on things that are actually going to generate revenue from you. And most importantly, those people are learning from other people who have done it before themselves. So in the same way that I'm learning to build businesses and to improve as a teacher, I'm learning from other educators, and not just like English learners. Typically, I'm learning from people in all different areas, because everything is really connected, and you can take different interesting ideas from one place and apply it something else, exactly as I'm doing in this video, where I'm taking the ideas about wealth and being rich and applying those back to fluency. Now, in the same way, you kind of have the same thing for English learners. You've got the actual native speakers who are learning the native way, where they're going out and learning things as they should be in context with other native speakers. So they're learning everything that's fast and it's very quick. They're learning the casual as well as the professional ways of expressing themselves. And that's why they get a complete, what I call an English fluency profile of them actually being able to express themselves fluently and confidently and without any hesitation. So when you have somebody that's not learning that way, if you're not learning like native speakers, you're learning with an English teacher typically, or having a traditional English class, something like that, that would be giving you maybe not everything you need for producing fluent speech. So maybe you learn enough things that you're becoming a good person that could maybe pass a test in English, but you can't actually speak fluently. So this is a really big problem for many people, in that the traditional English language learning methods are really what explain this, and why native speakers have a much better way of speaking than non-native speakers do. Now, obviously, being native is better than not being native, but really they're just learning in a different way and developing different habits. So if you develop the habits of a native speaker, that's how you speak fluently. Anyway, I don't want to get into too much of that right now, but the point is, like, when you're looking at these two different things, the rich people are like the native speakers, and the financial planners, are the people that talk about money but that actually don't have much money themselves, are kind of like the English teachers that are trying to teach you maybe the rules and the principles of learning, and maybe they would say, okay, you have to learn these grammar rules and this vocabulary, but they don't try to teach you really how to integrate it in the right way. So this is just a video just reminding you, I don't want to say that like English teachers are bad. Obviously, you learn a lot from many different people. There are many great teachers right here on YouTube, but at the same time, remember to follow that if native speakers are the way you want to speak, they're the people you want to emulate, then you have to learn like them, behave like them, act in the same way they do, so that you can actually become fluent faster. So no matter what it is you want to get interested in, or you are interested in, I should say, whether it's fluency or finance, or you want to meet women or whatever, like, or men, you know, whatever it is. So if maybe you're a woman and you like can't get a date for some reason, whatever that reason may be, talk to women that actually know how to get a date, and then they will explain that to you. It should be pretty easy. But if you keep asking for people, or asking for advice from people that don't know actually how to do the thing you want to do, then that's going to be really confusing and difficult, and it's just going to lead to more frustration. Anyway, I highly recommend you do that. Follow the people that are actually doing the thing you want to do. Watch what they do, watch how they do it, and then ask them questions. People are always happy to help, or typically they are, especially if you're saying, wow, you really do a great job of what you're doing. Could I have maybe a specific piece of advice that might help me do this or do something better? And typically people are happy to help, because, you know, you're flattering them and saying, wow, like, you're actually doing a great job and I want to become like you. So people enjoy hearing that, and they're happy to help as a result. Anyway, think about this idea as you're getting fluent in whatever other sphere of life, whatever that happens to be, your personal work or your professional work, your life, anything, and try to master things by emulating the people that are already doing those things well. It actually shows you the right path, and it helps you get there faster, because you're able to skip the mistakes that they made. Well, that's it for this lesson. If you have enjoyed it, and if you have thought, hopefully I'm speaking quickly enough, especially if you want a good challenge, that I've been speaking quickly enough in this video, and let me know if I should be speaking even faster in subsequent videos. But it's fun to get on here and, especially make a lesson for English speakers and try to keep challenging you with faster and faster speech. And pretty soon, I'd like to actually get other speakers in these videos as well, because if you just listen to me, you will get used to the sound of my voice. So I really want to have other people here, and that's what's really going to challenge you and help develop not only your pronunciation, but your listening ability as well. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this video, do click that like button, become a subscriber to the EnglishAnyone.com YouTube channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
To continue learning, click on the link in this video to download Speak English Naturally, our free guide to speaking and sounding like a native English speaker. The guide reveals the 3 most important kinds of conversational English you must learn if you want to sound native, and will help you experience instant improvement in your fluency and speaking confidence. To download your free guide on a mobile device, click on the link in the upper right of this video. To download your free guide from a computer, click on the link in the lower right of this video. I look forward to seeing you in the guide.